Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up?
Good morning, Dom.
How are
Happy
you doing,
Friday.
bud? Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday indeed. All right. I am home. I am on my laptop. So if you want to handle, if you got more room to click the chat, because it's a little harder if they're going to be flowing, because I can only see two messages at a time. I'm going to put you in charge of clicking the chat today,
I got you.
s- saying good morning
Also,
to everybody.
I am loving your haircut.
Right? Got it done. Went short. Feel the air. Hopefully, I don't get burnt on the side of my head. But yeah, it was getting way too shaggy. Way like just it was just bad. It's just been so busy. I haven't been able to tap in and find the barber.
I'm growing out my hair to protect my ears in Arizona, so I'm going for the wings that all the kids are into these days.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Dude, I
So we'll
can't
see.
stand that.
We'll see what
That
happens.
that's when it really starts to get to me when the wings come in and it's like all up in my ears. That's when it's too much. It's actually the mustache. Like when I start to like really like taste my mustache like multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like, okay, you have to find a day this week where you can just go sit down away from your phone for an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah, I get two hairs right here that like they're the longest ones, and they start to like curl down my lip,
Broccoli heads.
and that's when I feel like I have to shave. I have a very low tolerance for noticing facial hair and ear hair. Have you checked your ear hair? Does your barber when you go to the barber? Uh, I love the experience. It's great. It's like that's like my own little spa thing. I found a great place here in town.
Yeah.
Um, and every time I go, it's like he'll cut and then like he'll take his razor and like scoop out my ear. And I was like,
Mhm.
Was it that bad?" And yes, it was. Um, like 2 weeks ago where I was just like I was picking at it and like I could like it was like I could it was like here. I was like, that's like old man hair in my ears.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. No, the barber I go to does all of that stuff, and I love it.
Yeah.
Ear, nose, trims the eyebrows, shaves the face. He's one of the first guys I've ever went to that when I leave his shop, I don't feel like there's a bunch of little hairs all over me itching me because he does a really good job of cleaning while he's cutting. Like I can run my hands through my hair afterwards and there's not like thousands of little shavings on there. That's like the supercuts effect where like you go to a place and you immediately have to go home and shower because there's like, 100 hairs in your neckline and you're just like, I can't continue. It's not like a middle of the day. You can just go to a supercuts and be comfortable.
Yeah. My favorite, maybe the only reason why I go to the barber is to get the back of my neck shaved with a straight razor. It's
Mm-hmm.
like heaven for sure. Um, and then yeah, the shaving cream. And then if I go to Floyd's, they give me the back massage with like that really old school vibrator.
This guy does that too. Yep.
Yeah.
Exact
Uh,
experience.
the chat is already. We're already at like yesterday's
20 something
chat.
messages. Yeah.
Let's see what we got going here. We've got
Plus, I can't tell if you're joking. I think the joking emoji at the end gives it up, but I think maybe you were commenting about your husband, but who knows? Uh, but yeah, good morning, everybody. I put Jason in charge of reading the chat, and then he got really sidetracked by barber talk.
yeah. I got
So what's
excited.
up?
That's good. It's good. I feeling that was a good little start here. We got MP with heat today. How are
Yeah,
you
he's
guys for
he's sweating out
self-management?
there. He said something about it being like 120 degrees the other day. Just nuts.
Cease the game. 8-day crush presentation. Paper turn at 12:08 p.m. But did use the extension. Wrote 9 papers in 3 hours. Damn. Well
Well
done.
done, ma'am. Good job.
And what else we got here? Broccoli heads. Oh yeah, that's a thing.
I've never heard that term, but I
Seriously?
completely see it. I completely see it.
Yeah, definitely like the YouTuber style.
Yeah.
In my school, we had the mullets are making a comeback,
Yes.
and
That's
there's
been
one
big.
kid who absolutely nails like 90s dad mullet. Um, and like he even went into like he got like the acid wash jeans and he wears like
Oh man.
this guy's in sixth grade too. A sixth grader does like acid wash jeans, the New Balances, and I'm like he's owning this. He's like a
Already in
different
dad mode. We should
personality.
invite him on the show.
Yeah. And the mop head. We got like it's like the carefully curated mop, so it like comes out of a hoodie just perfectly.
Yeah.
I see a lot of boys too. It's like they'll put their iPads up, they'll look at it, and they'll do this thing, so like the hair like perfectly comes out
Yep.
like that. You know,
Out of the little hole in the hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I've done that accidentally, and then I've done that purposely sometimes, and I'm like, "Oh, it doesn't look too bad." I like this comment. My daughter, my 12-year-old daughter actually rocks New Balances right now, and it was the weirdest thing when she, like, needed new shoes. She went from having Jordans to New Balances, and I didn't understand it. I was like, "You're wearing shoes that I'm supposed to be wearing. This is so confusing." Like and she wore them with a dress to the Sweet 16 we went to last weekend. So it was, like, super like, it just looked funny. She didn't wanna get new shoes, like, new open-toed sandals or heels or anything like that. She was like, "No, I'm just gonna wear my shoes, mom," and her like, her mom was not happy.
yeah, the Chuck All Stars, those are making a comeback. I do enjoy those. I like seeing kids get it back
Mhm.
into that. That seems to be a like a young formal.
They don't
Um,
do, skate shoes anymore, do they? I was
no,
big in skate shoes.
no, 90s is making a comeback. Jinkos is coming back. It's cool. I like it. It's it's a cool. I enjoy that I get to kind of see how the trends definitely loop back on itself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
Um, yeah,
I like the f like being able to say the phrase, "Oh, yeah, I used to have those when I was your age," you know, like, it's,
yeah, but it's not. It doesn't that doesn't give you cred. It's just like
no,
yeah.
no, no. Just shut up, dad. Just come on. Dad, oh, God.
Let me own
Ugh.
this. Gym attire is
The
something.
days of this CCS magazine. God, I loved that thing. That was, like, my ultimate window shopping.
See what's CCS magazine? What was
It's
that?
like a skate magazine, so it's like a digest size, so, like, a smaller, like, half-size magazine, and it just had, like, skateboards, wheels, shoes, T-shirts.
Gotcha. Um, gym attire is something that somewhat annoys me.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah?
like a lot
Better
of
more than sweatpants and stuff like that?
it's more like
Or
the
pajama plaid pants? How
the
about that?
pajama plaid pants with Crocs in the gym around heavy weights. Maybe it's adult me getting annoyed at it, but
Ugh.
it's it's something that definitely whose kids? My kids are definitely wearing
I'm
the high
sorry.
tops for sure.
Nice. I
I have
never was able to wear 'em. My feet don't react very well to, not having a good amount of padding around them, you
yeah.
know? Like, the and I don't like flat, you know, uncomfortable shoes, so
Yeah,
it's never been a thing.
they're the original zero drop shoe. I'm a huge fan of like the thin sole. Um,
Oh, yeah. That's making
like
a comeback right now
yeah, like
in health and fitness.
the what are they called? Um,
Barefoot?
Merrill makes a great. It's called the Trail Glove. It's like
Hmm.
the Trail Glove is the one shoe that I will always buy. It's like super minimal, not a whole lot of material. I wear them everywhere. And I started wearing them. I was a big buyer into like the toe shoes. Remember the toe shoes that came out?
Mhm.
You had to
Yeah.
like thread your toes in
Yep.
between. I got those when they first came out.
Nothing
I
not weird about those.
I got a really bad foot injury like way back in the 2010, and part of the rehab that I got was I got those shoes and I started running to kind of build that up. And by then, that's when I was like trail running, and like my ankles were bulletproof, and that kind of stuck. So I'm glad I did that. I made that choice there, and now I'll wear those anytime I hike or anything. I like feeling the ground beneath me.
Okay.
It kind of makes you pay attention to where you run or walk on a trail.
Hmm.
Bring your Merrill's, Arizona. We're gonna hike Camelback. Yes. I definitely hope that me and Ryan get to. I'm sure we can make some time to meet up with Profits and do something cool.
You guys should. Sometimes you need to get away from the family,
Yeah.
and tap
Hmm.
in. I enjoyed my time. Me and the girls snuck away for a little V Friends meetup at a breakfast spot. It was like
Right
10 or
back.
15 of us or something. So it was a really good time to just kind of tap out of family for a second and go, water is greater than ground, says the scuba guy. Yes, sir. Anyways, good morning, everybody. I see you all. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's getting along good. I hope we are excited for the day, excited for the weekend, all of that stuff. Sorry, Jason and I got hardcore sidetracked like we do on haircuts and shoes. We are only human. But yeah, what do you think about the reading today?
It's totally timely and applicable. Today we're talking about screen time, screen sickness, and the specific all the things that come along with managing devices in a family, which is definitely something that we deal with on a daily basis.
Hmm.
I put down that I have 93 apps on my phone. I counted them before I got on today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Um, and I was like, as I
Who
was
can
doing, I
beat
was like,
that? Who can beat that? Drop it in the parents chat. Who can
yeah,
beat that higher or lower? We want to know who has lower than that and who has higher than that. You don't need to do it right now. Uh, do
just
it later. I'll
checking
do it
needs.
later.
Maybe we'll send a shirt to somebody. I don't know. But yeah, so it's like the things that so yes, do I doom scroll? Absolutely. I did it this morning. I never feel good after I do it. I'm a Reddit addict. I
Mm.
download and delete and re-download it multiple times a week
Oh
because
no.
like I'll want to like find out a story, and the comments on Reddit is like, it might be helpful for a few minutes, and then you start reading, and then it's just like it's the sewer of the internet, and it's like you never feel good. I
Yeah.
never feel good after I do it, and it always results in me reading stories that just kind of take away my mental capacity for the morning. I feel a little bit dirty, and uh, it just it's something. I'm glad I'm more aware of it, but it's definitely something that I have not. I fall in and out of like like doom scrolling and reading, and then trying to just stick to the news, like just stick to one news source with no comments.
Yeah, you did, Chels.
Yeah. So
You don't
yeah,
need any
and then
context. Just leave now. You don't need any context. You're
yeah.
good.
So one thing that we did, we got Kira an iPhone because we found out that it's actually cheaper to get that through our service than it was with the Gab phone, which is like the phone that
Yeah.
just does text and calls. And it's not necessarily it's a challenge, but it's not something that we're really struggling with. I'm really I'm really a fan, and I'm really trying to teach her how to manage screen time. Like we do have like a time limit. Like we give them 2 hours every day to be on the iPad. So the discussion is, when do you want to use this time? Usually it's in the morning, and I'm really trying. Like I'm really a big fan of like sunlight before screen light,
Mhm.
do something, which that's kind of not that's kind of a fail because like they'll usually jump on. So it's like, okay, or do you want to spend it all now? Or do you want to kind of like do like half an hour here and spend some for later in the day? My middle daughter, Junie, she's actually really good at it. Like she'll do like 45 minutes to an hour first, and she's really good about like saving it for after lunch. And we had a situation a few days, 2 days ago, where Kira got Kira got the new phone, and I did not set the timer on that one, and and I set it, and and we have like the notifications for what they do, and I kept getting these notifications that the screen time password was entered into the phone, and I'm like, I can't believe she's doing this. And I was getting really mad, and I did wait. I didn't yell, and I was like, hey, listen, I'm getting these notifications that you found out your screen password and you're entering in, and I'm really disappointed in that. We're going to talk about this later. I didn't yell,
Yeah.
but like that later, so it kind of soaked. So we talked, and I let her explain her side of the story first. And she was like, yeah, it's just like, I just, there wasn't any password. There wasn't any code. And I put the code in because I wanted to send mom something. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't appreciate that you were trying, or maybe yes, I did. Like, I expect them to try to like figure out how things work. And she put in the code, which was her birthday. And previously, the code I put in was her birthday. And I'm sitting here getting mad that I was like, I'm assuming that she was like looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
She just guessed, she put in a code for herself
That
that
made
was her
sense.
birthday,
Yeah.
and I put in her code that was her birthday, and I had the Spaceballs moment where, like, it was like the password is like, "What's the password?" It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like, "Amazing. That's my password." Like, it was like, why like, of course she's gonna put her password in. So, um, so that's something, and then I also talk about, it's like, pay attention to how you feel when you're on your screen a long time. Like, I don't wanna have to be the person always to, like, set it and be like, "Nope, no more screen time." I really want them to be aware of, like, how they feel after they're staring at a screen for an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're pretty
I was just gonna say, parents, don't let Jason's stories of being an awesome, amazing parent think less of yourself. My kids are the exact opposite. So while Jason limits his kids to 2 hours of screen time a day, and therefore the other 22 days are off screen, or 22 hours, my kids are 2 hours off screen time and the other 22 hours on screen. So that being said, we have an incredible amount of screen sickness in this home. Our kids are constantly like, I'm just seeing, like, Bailey just it looks like she can't even get out of bed. Yeah, summer is incredibly tough. We our kids aren't in a lot of camps or anything like that. Bailey has cheer in the morning. Bentley definitely, like what Chels was saying, Bentley definitely gets the sickness very hard. Like, he'll be sitting there and he'll just say, my stomach hurts, my head hurts, etc. He knows now, he can see it. He just, unfortunately, he can't like pre-plan for it, and think he's getting to a point. He'll go until he gets into that sickness state. So yeah, we're basically, I don't know what you call it. We kind of knuckle under and go with the flow. There's just so much other stuff going on. In my mind, it's work stress. So I tend to just let them be in their screens while they can. And I have a little bit of it myself where I'm right there with them in my screen. My wife as well. So, yeah, we are definitely a screen sick family. Is it the same screen all day? So, I do try to turn the TV on, which is like a horrible thing, but it kind of works, and in my mind, it's a little bit better. But I turn the TV on and play a movie that I know that they like, so that they will pay attention to the TV instead of the screen. Like, it's that bad in my family with the screens. I mean, do the whole thing of going outside and all that stuff, but we're in the summer here, unfortunately, we're like Arizona, so it's 100 and something degrees. So going out, um during the middle of the day isn't as fun. Uh, we do have the pool, so we will do pool stuff. It is clean and looking beautiful again since the pool guy has been hired and is taking care of it. I've been fired. It was my greatest accomplishment in life to be fired from being the pool guy at this home. So I'm so happy for that.
Yeah. And I will say it's not, we usually go over 2 hours because they will request time. And I will uh, we will allow them to be on longer, whether it's yeah, bad weather, too hot. Me and Kristen have things to do. Like we will like push that some days. Like like most days, it's usually more than 2 hours. It's not always perfect. And the oscillating between screens, that's also a thing. It's like, okay, they get
Yeah.
off their tablets or phone, and then they'll probably go watch a show, or they'll come down and they'll play the Switch. And yeah, it's just and like the overarching thought I have is like it's like they're like we're just like it's a definitely a screen culture. Um
Mhm. Yep.
and it's almost like when you suggest that they, hey, just go outside for a little bit, or like let's go out to park. A lot of times it's like, especially on like the busy days when like we have things to do, it feels like we're just taking a little break from the screens, you know, like a forced break from the screens, especially on the days when I'm just like, I don't care what you guys do. I got to get this stuff done. Um, and
Chels
then
throws Chels throws eggs at trees. Does she not know how expensive eggs are, or they just cheap where you are? Or
maybe
do
they
you
have
just have a farm full of
too
chickens
many,
in your backyard?
too many eggs. One of the thoughts that I get with this is when they're on the screens, they're usually playing a game together and with their friends as well. We tell them to get off the screen, and then they go watch a show, and I'm like, okay, they're just sitting there watching. It's almost like, and we've said this before, it's almost like I prefer, like I'd rather them interact with each other. You
Yeah.
know, that's something that I get with that as well. Um,
Hey, wait.
Gamific. Okay, so gamific. This is also something else from Scuba Steve. Gamification is something as a teacher that I'm kind of annoyed with. I remember back when I started teaching, the first year that I started teaching was the year when my school district implemented the like the one-to-one iPad program where each student gets an iPad. And somebody noticed, somebody said, who was it here? They talked about how the screen time in school is also a thing, where it's
Caitlin, yeah.
like the iPad is
Mhm.
a large part of the curriculum. And that's something that I'm sensitive to as well in school. When kids come to my studio, I do try to limit that as well. It's like today, okay, today's going to be a tech-free day. We're just going to use our hands, because the habit is whenever we do something, and let's say we're starting a project, a lot of students, and I do it too, and I'm sure a lot of adults do it as well, is that they need to go online to find inspiration. And there are times when that's appropriate. I do a lot of AI work with students, how to like generate some ideas, but I feel like it's really important that students learn how to struggle with those that idea generation. And that is definitely something that's becoming uh, a net negative, where it's like it's really hard for students to move past that idea generation stage of anything. For me, my example is I had to sit down. I had to do a flyer the other day. I did like an online flyer for pet portraits, and the first thing I did was go onto Canva to try to generate a flyer. So I was like looking through all the templates, something that I could edit to make, but nothing was really hitting. And I did that for about 20 minutes, where finally I was like, I know how to use Illustrator. This is what I used to do. So then I went on to Illustrator and I made something in like 10 minutes. And that was kind of a little inflection point where I was like, this is probably what students like. This is where students are. It's like they go online into these AI tools to try to find the solution, and the creative process is totally changed. Where it's like, okay, what can AI do for me first? Like that was my first thought, and that was very interesting. That was my thought process. Instead of immediately going to the tools that I've been using for 20 years.
That's good though. You're evolving.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's like I did some emails yesterday. I typed in emails, and now my process is okay. Here's what I typed. I'm going to go to Chat GPT and streamline it, make it a bit more fluid. So
Polished. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely a kind of a sea change in how we do things for sure.
Yep. Scuba's still working on his rotary phone and handwriting letters to people, but you'll get there, Scuba. Change is always weird when it comes to this really, I like what Shell said up here about we're like kind of like the in-between age right now. Um, in between no tech, having tech, and then all tech. So, there's a level of it that we shouldn't fight it as hard in our kids. Um, and I've seen a couple people talk about that, like, if the world's going to all tech, it's probably a good idea for allow our kids to grow up with tech and learn it and learn the intricacies. But obviously, they need to actually be like in a place where they're learning, not necessarily just like watching videos and playing Roblox. But there's definitely some good in those two things that I've seen.
I think it's important to show your kids what you actually do. Like when Kira got her iPhone, I sat down with her, and before any kind of um,
Probably.
like rule setting, I was like, here's how I use the phone, and like here are the apps that I use. So I think it is really important that you sit down with your kids and show them how you do things, especially if you're somebody who that kind of works in any kind of, I mean, what job doesn't have any kind of tech in it? But like, show your kids how you use Chat GPT. Show your kids how you teach your kids how to write an email, folks. Please teach them how to
Mhm.
not put the entire email in the subject line. That's something that I noticed in school. That's one thing that grinds on me sometimes. Um,
Mine is like my way is because I work with different clients and different things. So like my subject line is just always the job address and then a dash and then like a quick little thing like invoices. And I try so hard to get everybody to follow that, like all my trades, all my clients, etc. And no one does. They'll just get a client. I'll just get an email from a client that just says like closets, and it's like, so I can't organize that. So what I used to do, what you used to be able to do, but I don't think you can anymore, is I used to be able to change the subject line of emails, that even the ones that came in. So I used to be like very OCD about changing all the subject lines in emails that came in or went out so that I can organize them. I'm still writing emails. Yeah, I haven't switched over to I don't know what
Text
scuba divers do to.
text only.
No, text is annoying. It's so hard to find stuff. Emails are so much better.
Yeah. Do you guys ever use older things like N64? I make my kids watch basic cable sometimes to experience commercials and its limits
Oof.
on options streaming has. Um, what did we have? We had I've used the Nintendo, the original NES emulator on
Yeah.
the Switch before. Uh, and it was like they were kind of interested in it for a little bit. Um, that's it's not. I would love to like have a yeah an N64 or even an original PlayStation. Yeah, I would love to kind of for them to see kind of how we used to do things like wired controllers. That's a thing.
Oh yeah.
Um, what else?
Wasn't comp Yeah, the games were too simple for them. There's too simple of graphics, too simple of like direction. They're like, what do you mean we can't walk in any direction? We just have to walk
Yeah.
in a straight line from left to right.
Oh, points. We're playing for points. Is that
Where
what
are
we're
these coins? Where's my kill ratio? What is happening? Where's the leaderboard? Where are the other players? Who am I gonna yell
chat
at?
function? Yeah, no chat function.
It's like when you
Uh,
try to which it's like when you try to show them like old movies. They're like, "What is this?"
yeah. The reverse of that is like so like Roblox is a big thing, and Kira at one point asked for she didn't ask for a laptop. She wanted to use my laptop, or this is something that I've heard kids ask about is they want like a gaming PC, but they just want to play Roblox. Like you don't need all that power just for Roblox. Um,
I mean, Roblox is a very complicated system sometimes, so I've played it on the PC. It's definitely different. So
yeah, I guess the one. I mean, I could go on. I could go on longer about this. One thing.
it's draining
One
my laptop in the background right now.
Yeah. One experience that I've had as a teacher is I'll teach my digital art classes how to use Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop,
Mhm.
which is a whole other learning arc. Part of it is learning how to use a PC and a keyboard. That's a 2 week lesson in itself. Like turning it on, logging in, typing, and using like key commands. Um,
Make them disassemble it and put it back together.
a PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, there are kids that know like that they're interested in it, but like just teaching kids how to not use a touch screen, that's definitely that's becoming harder.
Can we
It's almost like I like my first typing class in school. Um, I remember in seventh grade, which was probably like typing class and shop class. Those are my two classes that I remember the most now,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Yep.
FJ. Like I still like that's a skill that I constantly think about. But I feel like I when I'm teaching kids how to use like a desktop, I definitely feel like I'm antiquated in teaching those things. That makes me feel old.
Yep.
Which too.
100%, man. 100%. Well, this was a good conversation. Love
Yeah.
the chat. You guys are amazing. Gamers are gamers? You buy gamers, Chels? Um, just plain. They are expensive to sponsor gamers. If anyone's tried that, it costs a lot, people. I do, of course you do.
Yeah. We had
Um,
this is 2 solid days of really great chats.
I don't want to work out today because we're talking about screens. So you just want to go play games, right? Like we just did the opposite of what we wanted to do.
Yeah. Let's go all go play games,
We
folks.
made the fitness guy wanna go play video games. We won, y'all.
You can
Screw
go
you,
play go
fitness.
go play go play Grand Theft Auto,
Profit, I
and
need you to work out, dude. I'm ready to jump in the gym and get moving. So I need you moving and grooving and talking to me in my ear. So don't let me down, buddy. I'll be there. Right?
let's limit our screen time, Dom. I have to go. We're finishing packing and heading out.
When do you
So
guys leave?
we're leaving around 10 o'clock today in about 3 hours.
Nice.
So,
And
uh,
you guys are driving down, right?
yep, stopping in Albuquerque and then Flagstaff and then Mesa over the next 3 days. So,
Okay.
I will definitely try. I'm bringing my book with me. I will definitely try to be on
So
Monday.
you guys aren't going through Sedona, or you're gonna drive through Sedona?
We will be in Sedona for 2.5 days.
Nice. Okay.
So,
Dang. It's gonna be a long trip. How long are you gone for?
2 weeks
2 weeks. Okay.
on the road.
You gonna try to be on here in the mornings? You gonna
I
let me
am.
know in the
I'm going to
morning?
try. I'll let you know if I'll be on. I'll have my book with me, so
Okay.
in my journal. So I'm going to keep that habit going.
All right, y'all. Jason is gonna bail on me more days than I want him to, so I need some alternates. So hit me in the DMs if you're brave enough. I'll challenge you all if you're even brave enough to jump on the screen with me. Let's see if you can do it. It's not easy. I'm not an easy person to talk to, so
It's fun. It'd be great to see some of your
if you
face.
can handle the vibe for 38 minutes, hit me up. But yeah,
Almost.
thank you. Safe travels. I'm wishing you a good packing hour, and no, absolutely no stress getting all the kids into the car and getting off. And I'm hoping that you and Kristen forget absolutely nothing as you pack for 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks driving that's a solid mission. So
Yeah. Scuba. We are.
plus
Hmm,
you've already been up on the show with us. Come on,
yeah,
you've already done
we
it.
are leaving some screens at home. We are bringing some of them because there is some driving time. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Okay, that's it for me. Have a
All right,
great
you
day,
guys.
everybody. Love you all.
See y'all for sure on Monday, but we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow and Sunday as I wake up. I'm feeling in the groove right now, so I might just be able to do it. But if not, everybody have a great weekend. We can always find us in the parents chat on X. We love you. Thanks for joining us today. Peace out. Oh, slow on the music. There it is.
Yes. All
Where's
right.
the dang screen? Bye, buddy. Oop.